Have you ever woken up after sleeping little, thinking it was just another normal day? But what if I told you that in the next few hours, your body begins to silently fail, even if you don't realize it? Lack of focus, irritability, strange tiredness? This isn't just sleepiness, it's your body entering a state of alert that can affect your decisions, your energy, and even your health. Here's something that can help you today. If you haven't slept well, avoid making important decisions in the early hours of the day. Your brain isn't yet functioning at its best. And this is just the beginning, because in the next 24 hours, much more serious things begin to happen inside you, and most people completely ignore them. Now pay attention to this. What happens in your brain in the first few hours after a lack of sleep may explain why you feel different even without realizing it. Have you ever had the feeling of waking up, getting out of bed, but still feeling kind of stuck, as if your brain hadn't fully switched on? That's not your imagination. When you don't get enough sleep, your brain can't recover as it should, and it's as if it wakes up functioning in slow mode. Inside your head, there's a part called the control center, which helps you think, make decisions, and pay attention. But when you don't sleep well, this part weakens. That's why you forget simple things, get distracted easily, or even respond to someone in an irritated way without realizing it. Now comes the most curious part. Even with all this happening, you believe you're functioning normally. Your brain tricks you, making you think everything is fine, when in reality, it's not. It's like trying to use a cell phone with low battery. It works, but it freezes, is slow, and can shut down at any moment. And that's just the beginning, because in the next few hours, your whole body starts to feel the effects of this lack of sleep. A few hours after waking up, something strange starts to happen. Your energy simply disappears, even if you haven't done almost anything. It feels like your body is heavier, your mind slower, and everything requires more effort than usual. This happens because your cells, which function like small power plants, haven't been able to recharge during sleep. It's as if you start the day with half your battery. At first, you can manage, but as the hours pass, things start to get more difficult. You try to concentrate, but you lose focus quickly. You start a task and forget what you were doing. Even simple things like reading or paying attention to someone speaking become a challenge. And here's another curious detail. Your body tries to compensate for this lack of energy by craving more food, especially sweets. It's not just a craving, it's your body trying to recover energy quickly. But this doesn't solve the problem, it only masks it. Because internally, your body is already functioning less efficiently, and what comes next could have an even greater impact than you imagine. Now imagine that half of your day has already passed, and without even realizing it, your body begins to go into a state of alert. It's as if it's thinking, something is wrong, we need to react. When you don't get enough sleep, your body interprets this as a kind of danger. So it releases a hormone called cortisol, known as the stress hormone. And what does this do? It puts your body in a state of tension. Your heart might beat a little faster, your muscles might become stiffer. Your mind might start to feel restless, as if something is bothering you all the time, even without a clear reason. It's that strange feeling of being tired, but at the same time agitated. And here's the most curious thing. You don't see it happening. There's no warning, no flashing alert, but inside, your body is already expending more energy trying to keep functioning. It's like a car accelerating while stationary, wasting fuel without going anywhere. And the longer this continues, the more your body wears down. But what happens in the next few hours will directly affect something everyone feels every day: hunger. Now comes a part that many people feel, but almost no one understands why. After several hours without proper sleep, your appetite starts to change, and it's not normal hunger. Suddenly, you want to eat more, and not just anything. It's sweets, fried foods, fast food. It seems like nothing satisfies you. Even after eating, you have that feeling that something is still missing. This happens because your body messes up two important signals, one that says, "I'm hungry," and another that says, "I'm already full." When you don't get enough sleep, the hunger signal gets stronger and the satiety signal gets weaker. It's as if your body is deceiving you all the time. And do you know why? Because he's desperate for quick energy. Since you haven't rested, he tries to compensate with food, mainly sugar, which provides immediate energy. But here's the problem. This energy doesn't last long, and then even more tiredness sets in. It's a silent cycle that begins without you realizing it. And while this is happening, your body continues to lose balance, preparing the ground for something even more dangerous in the coming hours. Now, we've reached a point that seems almost unbelievable, but it's real. After many hours without sleep, your body starts to function as if you were slightly altered. You know when someone is a little drunk and takes longer to react? Something similar starts to happen to you. Your reflexes become slower, your attention span decreases, and your brain takes longer to understand what's going on around you. For example, you might take longer to answer a simple question or even stumble over something you would normally do easily. It's as if there's a slight delay between what you see and how your body reacts. And the most dangerous thing is that you hardly notice it. Your brain keeps trying to convince you that everything is under control, but it's not. This can be risky in situations like crossing the street, driving, or making important decisions. Small mistakes start to appear, and they can accumulate. And while this is happening, something even more silent begins to weaken inside you, something that protects your body every day, even when you don't realize it. Now comes something that happens silently, but makes all the difference to your health. While you spend the day tired, sleepy, and distracted, your immune system begins to weaken. Your body has a kind of invisible army that protects you from viruses, bacteria, and diseases all the time. But when you don't get enough sleep, this army loses strength. It becomes slower, less prepared, as if it had fewer soldiers in action. This means your body has more difficulty defending itself. Small problems that used to be resolved quickly may now take longer to go away. That's why after nights of poor sleep, many people are more prone to catching the flu, a cold, or feeling weaker. And the most curious thing is that it all starts with just one bad night. You may be walking normally, talking to people, going about your day, but inside, your body is no longer protecting itself as it should. And as that defense weakens, another process begins to take place, something that directly affects the control of your own mind and body in a way that can be frightening. Now we've reached a point that many people don't realize, but which is one of the most dangerous. After so many hours without sleep, your body begins to enter a kind of silent failure. You know when a device starts to freeze, give small errors, but still continues to function? That's exactly what's happening to you.
Your brain starts to experience small pauses, called microglitches. For a few seconds, it simply doesn't respond as it should. You might look at something and take longer than usual to understand it, or forget what you were going to do halfway through. Your body also loses precision. Simple movements become clumsy, your coordination worsens, and even maintaining focus becomes difficult. But here's the scariest part. You start to think it's normal, as if everything were fine, as if it were just tiredness. But that's not the case. Your body is reaching its limit, functioning on autopilot, trying to stay active even without enough energy. And when that happens, the risk increases, not only for your health, but for everything around you. And now comes the most important question of all. How far can this go if it continues like this? Now imagine that almost 24 hours have passed and your body still hasn't truly rested. At this point, it enters a state that seems silent on the outside, but inside, it's like an overloaded system. Your brain starts to conserve energy. Some parts work more slowly, others almost stop for a moment. It's as if the lights were on, but with little power. You can feel difficulty thinking clearly, lack of balance, feeling out of the ordinary. And the strangest thing is, you might even think you're adapting.
as if your body is getting used to it, but it isn't. In reality, he's just trying to survive with what little he has. Your metabolism slows down, your body tries to expend less energy, and everything becomes slower, from your thoughts to your reactions. It's like a cell phone going into extreme power-saving mode, just to avoid turning off. And here's the most important warning. The more you repeat this, the more this state starts to seem normal, but it isn't. And understanding this can completely change the way you view sleep from now on. Now that you've seen all this, let me ask you a simple question. How many times have you slept badly, thinking that it's okay? It seems like a small thing, right? Just one night, just a few hours less. But as you saw, your body doesn't ignore it. It reacts silently, step by step, affecting your mind, your energy, and even the way you behave without you realizing it. It's like an invisible domino effect. First comes the difficulty thinking, then the fatigue, then the uncontrollable hunger, until it reaches a point where your body starts to fail without warning. And the most dangerous thing isn't feeling it just once. That's when it becomes routine. Because then, your body starts accepting what's wrong as if it were normal. And that's how many people live on the edge, every day, without realizing the real impact this is having over time. Now think about this. If just one night does all this, what happens when this pattern repeats for days? Before you leave, don't forget to like and subscribe, because the next video might completely change how you see your own body in everyday life. In the next video, you'll discover something that almost no one notices. What happens inside your body after spending 24 hours sitting? And believe me, this is more common and more dangerous than it seems.